Hey guys, welcome back. Here we are, semi-retired real estate agents. Chapter 10, mindset. So what I want to talk about with mindset is, in addition to removing your ego, which is also a form of mindset, you're really going to want to be mindful of your mindset. And there's two main mindsets that I see. Obviously, there's multiple, but two main mindsets, in our industry. And I see, unfortunately, most of the industry falls under one of the mindsets, which I think is very, limits your growth for long term. And the reason being is that it's the short game mindset. And the reason I talk about the short game mindset, so mindset number one is short game mindset versus long game mindset. So your short game mindset is, how many deals can I do now? What can I get done now? What am I looking for in the next 3 to 6 months? And again, there's a combination of these that you can do. You can have short-term goals along with long-term goals. But if you're all short-term goals, and I'm talking long-term, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, that's long-term. Every time I do something now, I think of, I refuse to learn skills that will only help me in just the real estate industry. For instance, writing a book, I do a podcast, all that stuff. Those are long-term goals. Those are goals that can transcend any industry. And I want to learn those goals and apply it to my real estate business. So that's long game. But let me come back real quick to the short game mindset is what can I do now? How many deals can I get done in the next month? How many can I get done? But what happens is we fall into that and we think we have a long-term goal for the year, but we end up doing short-term goal activities. So, we end up going, how many deals can I do this year? So a year goal is still a short-term goal. That's very short. If you are wanting to be, to grow an actual business in real estate, and it's not just about being an order taker, transaction, then you're going to want to look, 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road. And it's one of the biggest objections that I see to people. Again, earlier in this series, I told you that I'm on an 80-20 split. I give up 20% of my short-term deals in order to get over 100% of my long-term goals. So, for instance, I left 100% brokerage in order to pay 20% up front and get a return behind. So the reason I want to say this is that because I recently talked to an agent, trying to get her to join me. I know this would benefit her. However, this opportunity it's been presented to her. However, she has not recognized it, and she's sort of recognized it, but she has not been able to act on it. And again, that goes back to tradition, ego, and opportunity, where she's not giving that third level of opportunity. But anyways, she's 100% brokerage. And so we were talking, and at my company, we have a cap. And I talked to her, and she says, yeah, well, I'm 100% broker. I'm at 100% brokerage. I was like, okay. So we broke down the cap and all this stuff. And she, even on the short game, she ends up paying almost my entire cap at 100% brokerage, because that's what the mindset is. The mindset's saying that I'm at 100% brokerage. The reality is she's not. And what's happening even up front, yes, she is paying slightly less than I am up front, but long term, she is paying much more than me at 100% brokerage, because it says 100% at her brokerage. So she believes that. But most agents don't see on the other end where the long-term mindset is that, yes, I give up 20% initially, but I get over 100% by the end of the year. And this is going to go year over year over year over year, and it will just continue to grow. So that's mindset number one. Mindset number two is employee mindset versus business owner mindset. And unfortunately, most agents fall into the employee mindset, where they are looking at what are they getting, now? What deals am I getting? Are you giving me leads? Not so. An employee mindset would be like, are you giving me leads? A business owner mindset would be, how can I create my own leads? And most people just want more leads without learning how to create more leads. I was and this is actually not most agents' fault. So I'm going to give everyone, not everyone, but anybody who is in that employee mindset, kind of a pass here for the moment. And the reason being is that a lot of agents, including myself, were working in an employee mindset. Not a mindset. They were an employee, and some reason somebody comes to the hookah lounge and says, "Hey, you should come do this. I'm going to show you how to do it." So I go from an employee mindset to all of a sudden now I'm a business owner. What am I going to do? How do I do this? I don't know. A lot of people go and work with an agent and see, oh, this person, they made all that money. They didn't do anything, without realizing what the agent actually did. So they go, well, I can do that. So then they get into it. But they go from showing up somewhere, clocking in, and somebody telling them what to do, to showing up whenever they want and doing as much work as they want. So I will give them a pass on that aspect. And also, I do believe that brokers have a little bit of blame here as well, because again, expectations have not been managed very well for people that want to do this. So for instance, you have, the guy who came and got me, he wasn't a broker, but he was bringing me on. I was paying him a split, and he just said, you'll make six figures effortlessly. And then he just tells me he's going to give me that, and then nothing happens. He's gone. So now here I am, a new agent with nothing. Employee mindset, not knowing what to do. It's taken a long time for me to actually get an ownership mindset, business owner mindset. And one way that I can make this analogy as well, because I was a server as well, food server, and I was an employee there. As an employee, I would go serving tables, and I would go, okay, I want more tables. And I don't want more tables than how many exist. My section was broken up, and let's say there were 4 of us there were 16 total tables. I had 4 tables, and 3 other servers had 4 tables. And an employee mindset goes, okay, I want 5 tables. Or I want more people to come in, and I'm going to keep, it's still single input, single output, right? Where I'm doing this. I want more of the existing tables. And I'm not leveraging anything there. That is me doing more work, me being more of an employee. However, the business owner, the owner of the restaurant, comes in and says, you know what? What I'll do is I'm going to add 4 more tables so I can get more people in here, and I'm going to add 1 table to each one of those servers, and I'm going to leverage their time to make me 1 more table per turn. Let's say it's an hour turn, 60-minute turn. Now, all of a sudden, I went from 16 tables to 20 tables, and in an 8-hour shift, that would get me 32 more tables, right? So 4 tables an hour times 8, 32, and the business owner just leverages that. So that's the difference between an employee mindset and a business owner mindset. And just want to kind of bring that home so you understand kind of where we're going with this, and how you're going to be able to leverage and even leverage your existing business that you already have without going out and adding new servers, adding that stuff. But we'll move on, and we'll be on chapter 11, and that is the importance of multiple revenue streams. Chapter 11, we'll be hitting that one next. I will see you there.